Oh, kitty cat. Hi guys, so I am actually here. Let's see if I can zoom this out. Hello and welcome to my channel. I felt really inspired to make this video because now that I'm doing what I love, I want to be able to spread the same thing for everyone else as well. Let's face it, we are in the millennial generation. We are in the new millennial, where everything we do is online. A lot of millennials are beginning to make their money online, or want to. Who wouldn't want to sit at home all day, make money, and go to sleep on their bed? Who wouldn't want to work for themselves? So I am here to share my experience with my online business, because I am considered an independent contractor. I work for myself. I provide a service for companies online. So I work for the company iTutor Group. I actually work for 2 online ESL companies, but right now we're gonna focus on iTutor Group. I might mention the other one here and there. So what is iTutor Group? It is an online ESL company that hires foreigners to teach English to their Chinese demographic or their Japanese demographic. I have had Mongolians. I've had one Mongolian before that I taught, and I also teach some from Taiwan, as well as Chinese students who are studying abroad somewhere else. I've had a lady come from Shanghai, and she was currently living in France, and she was taking the English lesson with me from America. So I am an online ESL teacher. I work from not from my bed. Sometimes I work from my bed. So what is iTutor Group? Told you that. How much do I get paid? I guess is the most important question. I currently make a little over $3,000 a month, but I'm gonna title this video how to make $2,000 a month because that's more of a safe bet. You can get up to $3,000 if you work really hard with one company that pays around the same price as me, or you can make more depending on if you have more experience or you go with a company that pays more. iTutor Group, you will hear a lot of people give negative and positive feedback for. As of right now, I'm on the positive side. The negative feedback comes from that it is one of the lower paying ESL companies online. Unfortunately, it is the truth. Currently, I make $16 an hour teaching junior classes. They're broken up into 2 classes, 2 25-minute classes, and they pay $8 each. So I make about $16 an hour, and then I have my 45-minute class, which can be with juniors, but it's not as often. I will be teaching adults or high school to college age students with the 45-minute classes. I actually get a low base rate, $7.50 an hour for these classes. However, you get bonuses. Welcome to my small office. I currently stand up to teach. This is my background. Continue on with the bonuses. When I teach my 45-minute classes, my students have the option to rate me. Actually, all classes have the option to rate you, but for me, the 45-minute classes are the ones that give me the bonus. I have not really gotten how the bonus scale works. I hear it's different bonuses for different times. So you want to be getting a 10 rating every time you teach a 45-minute class. However, looking at this, when I worked at 1:30 a.m., which is a peak hour in China, because that means that it is 1:30 p.m. for them in the morning, in the afternoon. When I got a 10 rating from out of a class of 1 student, I got a $3 bonus and a 40-cent bonus rate as well. When I did a class at 21:30, which I believe is 9:30, 9 p.m. for them, 9 a.m. for them in Beijing, I taught a class of 6 students. 2 did not show, 1 did not rate, 3 rated. So I got 3 ratings out of possibly 6 students. I got 50 cents bonus rate for each of them rating, and a rating bonus of $3.75 for each student that rated me a 10. If I had gotten 6 ratings, if 6 students, all students had showed up, I would have gotten around $30 for that one session for 45 minutes, which is what I strive for, and I have gotten it before. This is a peak hour, I suppose, for China, which is 9:30 p.m. for them. 13:30, 1 a.m. for me, 1 p.m. for China. I taught a class of 5 students. 4 gave me a 10 rating, 1 did not rate. I received a bonus of $4.50 as well as 60 cents for them rating. Now, when I say 60 cents, it's called a bonus rate, and then I have a rating bonus. So because they rated, I got 60 cents, and because of what they rated, I got $4.50. I suppose because they're giving me a bigger bonus rate around this time is because nobody wants to stay up at 1:30 a.m. I guess and teach for Beijing time. I did, however, and I greatly received some good money. This class totaled me $25.50. If I had gotten another rating, I'm pretty sure I would have gotten around $30.50. Maybe. As you can tell, each peak hour is worth a different number bonus if your people rate you, if your students rate you. Now, what does a 9 rating get you? I taught a class at 10:30 a.m. my time, America, Virginia, Eastern Standard Time. I taught a class of 4 students. 3 rated me. I got 2 10s, 1 9. My 10 gave me a 50 cents bonus and a $3.75 rating bonus. When my student gave me a 9, I got 40 cents for them rating me and a $3 rating bonus because they gave me a 9. As you can tell, the lower you get for your rating, the less money they give you as a bonus, which is what can be a con with iTutor Group. This is where a lot of people see a negative. I understand. Now, my student gave me an 8 rating before. This 8 and below is not where you want to be. So, a rating of 8. I taught a class at 11:30 a.m. America time, Eastern Standard Time, and I taught a class of 3 students. 2 rated, 1 gave me a 10, which of course is my $3.75 for that time slot. Because it's 11:30 p.m., it doesn't give you a higher rating bonus for that one. And 1 student gave me an 8 rating. I got a 20-cent rating bonus because the student rated, and I only got $1.50 rating bonus for the 8 that they gave me. This is what people don't like about iTutor Group, is that your pay is based off what people think of you. Let me get into the type of feedback that you can get. Okay, so I have my handy dandy laptop here, and you can be rated on your teaching attitude, time allocation, speaking speed, teaching technique, and your connection status. Connection status is going to be one of the negatives that you hear a lot of people complain about for iTutor Group. It should not be your fault that the student has a bad connection. And unfortunately, students can rate you poorly just because they have a bad connection. This could mean you lose your bonus when they rate you. So, I will try to pop this up in the screen as I go. Here's one where a student gave me a 10, but they did comment on the connection issue. Teaching attitude: energetic, enthusiastic, interesting, friendly, earnest, patient, rigorous. These are all the positives that my student gave me. Time allocation, they did not specify. Speaking speed, they did not specify. Teaching technique: gives instant correction, left necessary notes, good extension on topic, sufficient guidance, explained difficult words, good interaction with students, and connection status: noisy. This student gave me a 10. Luckily. I haven't really had a student rate me bad or poorly just because of our connection issue. I did one time get feedback on speaking speed. I feel like, as you can tell, I do talk pretty fast. I talk rather fast, so I had to learn to slow down the way that I speak so that my students who did not understand, sorry, my cat's at the bottom, a foreign language, could follow along. They can also give you suggestions where they write it down, and iTutor Group will sometimes translate it for you in your feedback. I would like to show you that maybe right here. It's in Chinese. And then no one translated it for me. So you could just put it into Google's, how do you pronounce? Google's Translate, and it'll translate it for you. I've done that before. I received 144 10s, 21 9s, 6 8s, and 1 1. I think that 1 actually came from a demo consultant, a demo thing that I taught, a demo class that I taught, which is a completely different ball field when you're going to be working with iTutor. I will do a different video on that for all my people who are coming from iTutor. Now let's talk about the hours, and for that I'll need my phone. iTutor has an app on the Play Store that you can actually book your sessions on the go if you would like. I am in love with this app. I can message anybody from iTutor and say, hey, can you book me for this time? I have available schedule. Hey, can you take me off of this time? Hey, there's something going on, something's wrong. They have everything you can do, and you can actually see I am booked for tonight. I'll be working all the way in the AM. So you go to booking at the bottom, and as you can see, there are red time slots as well as pink time slots. Why are you not going up? My gray time slots means I wanted time off. I will be traveling within 2 days, so I had to take some time off. So as you can see, there are red, pinks, and very light pinks up here. These are going to tell you which times are the best times to teach. As you can see, 12 a.m. all the way up to, I believe, 2:30 a.m. is a very dark red. So this means that you will get a higher bonus pay for booking those times. As you go down past that time, 3:30 through 4:30 and 5:30 is a little bit lighter in color, just a tad bit lighter in color. This means that you will get a high rating bonus if a student rates you, but it won't be probably as much money as your 12 a.m., 1:30 a.m. Now, when you get down to 10:30 till 15:30, which I believe is 5 or 6:30, 17:30, 19:7, 6, 5, 4, 4:30 around there. I'm still working on my military time, or as everybody else calls it, the world clock. You can tell that it is a bit lighter in color. This means that you probably won't get booked for these time slots. You can try. There might be a student who will want to be taking a class at this time, but usually you won't get booked. I could be wrong. I'm only on the eastern side of America, so this could be different from other people's time. Please remember that. Where you live is very important about what time you want to do classes and how much you will get paid. So I've gotten booked for 13:30 one time, which was, I think, 1 p.m. Yeah, I've gotten booked for 1 p.m. my time, which was a 1 a.m. their time. And I did tell you the bonus for that one, but it's not very often that I do. Now, when you go down, starting at 18:30, it starts to get a little darker around here. Starts to get a little darker around this little time point right here. That is around 6:30 in China. 6:30 p.m. This is when students are coming home from school. This is when parents or educators or people who work are coming home from work, and now they want to go right into their English lessons and start learning. You start to get paid a little bit more as farther down as you work, because obviously if you're on my time, some people are not going to work at 12 a.m. So let's get into the times that I actually work. I have worked a schedule before from 8 p.m., 9 p.m. all the way up till 10 a.m. before. I didn't need to do it. I just wanted to see who would I teach, what would it be like, and if I could do it. I got paid pretty well that time. Most of the times I'll only work from 7:30 till 1, maybe 1:30, sometimes 12:30 a.m. And the downside of teaching ESL is the time. Who wants to be working at that time of night? But I see it as an upside because I'm still getting paid if my students don't come to class. So I could be laying on my bed, relaxing, waiting for that little... The military is doing a lot of runs right now. Sorry, I live near an Air Force base, so there's a lot of flying going on. But anyway, if my student does not show up to a class, I can lay on my bed and get paid just to lay in my bed, play on my phone, watch some movies, some videos. I've even taken a nap for a whole hour before because nobody would show up to class. Can you say I'm living the life here? So when people say that it doesn't pay enough or it's a sucky company, I say I'm grateful for the job that I have. However, if you are a professional person coming from a career where you are making salary, you're making $5,000 a month, maybe even $3,000 a month, this is going to be more, not passive income, but you know, like a filler. It's nice to have. You make your own time. It's awesome to get paid to do. This is a significant raise in what I had been previously making from my retail job. So I love it. That's why I love it, because it's more than what I've already been making. So let's talk about bonuses, and we'll probably do a wrap up after that. Now let's talk about raises. Can you make a raise with iTutor? Yeah, you can. Every 1,000 hours you are eligible for a raise, and unfortunately the raise is not everything you think it's going to be. It is about a 3 to 5% raise, I believe, on to what you already make. That's not a lot. I have been actually striving for it just because it's a goal to meet every 1,000 hours. I'm already almost halfway there, and I've only been working with iTutor for 2 months, so I'm just a hard worker. I love what I do. I don't get tired of it so far. It's been only 2 months, so you know, could change my mind. Now that we've gone into that, I could be totally forgetting something, but let's move straight on to the negatives. Negative number 1, the time. You may not want to work at 1:30 a.m. in the morning. You may not want to work at 4 a.m. in the morning. You may not want to work the night shift. This is a negative for some people who are not night people. This could also be a negative for people who are not morning people. Also, another negative is that you're splitting up your time in half. Some people want to work, get all of their work out done in the morning. They want to do your normal 5 to 9, your 9 to 5. You can't do that. You're not going to really get any classes at 4 p.m., 3 p.m. So you're going to have to work as many hours as you can in the morning. If you can do 12 a.m. to 5 a.m., that's still only a few hours. And if you're trying to get that 8 to 9 hour day, maybe a 12-hour day, you're going to have to work at nighttime. You're going to have to split up your time. That could be a pro for someone, could be a negative. I'm going to put it on the negative list because it's not your typical work day. Pay. Second one is pay. It does pay significantly lower than other ESL online companies. If you feel that it's not good enough, then I would say look for something else. However, the reason why I like iTutor is because they have a 24/7 hour booking. You can book at any time, and even though you may not get booked at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, there's a possibility that you could, and you're just home sitting on your computer waiting, and that's fine. You can watch TV if you want. A negative would be the ratings. They really are doing a lot of flying today. Ratings. Number 3, you can be at fault for the connection issues of your students. You're also at the mercy of students who are having a crappy day. So you will not get your bonus because a student is having a bad day or a bad connection, and that is what's bad. I've had cranky students before and I've been able to turn it around. I would like to say I have a bright personality that can do that. However, there may not be people out there who can. I'm a part of a Facebook group where I hear all these stories about how people have gotten cranky students and have tried everything they could to turn it around, and they still end up with a 1 rating with no bonus and a bad rating score by the end of the month. Hopefully, I pray that this was not happen to me, but I would like to say I'm a very optimistic, happy-go-lucky person, and I've been able to turn any bad situation into a good one. So that's 4, connection issues and bad kids who are in a bad mood. Number 5, I would say, is your raise. The raise system sucks. Sucks. Need I say more? Number 6, here's another one. You will get paid based off where you live. So if you live in Thailand, or if you live in South Africa, or if you live in Mexico, you will be most often getting paid maybe below minimum wage. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I hear that's what people are saying. I feel that I am getting paid a little bit below minimum wage, but because of the rating system, it kind of makes up for me. I'm making about $30 an hour sometimes when I get rated high, and I typically get ratings from my students. Typically they're 10s, so I can't really speak on that. But I do know for a fact that you will not be making what I make if you live somewhere else. Number 7, everybody's contract is different. Not only is the pay different, but some people are on something that's called a fixed pay, which means you make, let's say, they say you are going to be making $10 for any class that you do, and ratings will not affect anything. This could look at as a positive. If you're one of those people who just doesn't have this glowing personality and you're more like a stickler, by the book, this is how we learn and teach, and you're just a bit tad boring, that's perfect, because kids don't really like that type of learning style, or there's adults who don't like that learning style, and they will give you a 5 or a 1 because they call you boring, or you're too strict, or you're not interesting, or it wasn't fun. All of these are the same freaking adjectives that mean the same thing, but because of that, you will be making 10. You will never make it to $30 an hour like I do because you're on a fixed rating. I am on fixed plus bonus. So my fixed is my $8 for my 25-minute class, and I have a $7.50 pay rate for my 45-minute classes. However, it's very rare that I make that because I get bonus pay. The next one, number 8, I'm pretty sure I'm on 8, is that you are required to do some type of teaching that you will not want to do because the company is forcing you to do it, aka demos. Demos is a separate thing, but basically they're making you provide your lessons to clients who may or may not sign up for it. They want you to get your personality to get these students to sign up, and unfortunately, it's only a fixed rating. So whatever you make for a 45-minute class, $7.50 for me. That's how much you will be getting for those demo classes, which suck. And I'm glad that I don't do them as often anymore. But the upside to this, which I forgot to provide, is a pro, is that you will get a bonus for a sign up. Currently I get $30 for every sign up. Here's another negative. Number 9, not everybody gets the same bonus for sign ups for demos. How unfair. I can't really tell you what other people make for that. I've heard someone say they only get $12 for a sign up, which is pitiful. So as you can tell, there are a lot of negatives for iTutor, but I feel that if you're in my position where you get a lot of ratings, this is more money than you've made from your previous job. I'm still in college. I've only done retail jobs, and this is the most money I've ever made. I have the ability to make my own schedule, wake up when I want to wake, make what I want to make if I set a goal for myself. I have the ability to teach anywhere. I'm leaving for Mexico in 2 days, and I can work at Mexico and write it off as a work trip on my taxes. Does it get any better from that? I can work on my couch, in my bed. I can get paid if my students don't show. It's a big bonus for me right now. So is it for everybody? Probably not. Did I talk fast in this video? Probably did. But if you want to sign up for it, I will have my sign up code at the bottom. If you use my code, you will be able to get an interview, and it helps me out. I think that's another bonus there, is that if you do use your sign up code, you do get a little commission for it. Also, I know that some people say using their sign-up bonus gets them a quicker interview. So let's go to mine, and my sign-up number is BYKV, and you will be able to get an interview if you use my code. I'll also list it down below for you. Again, my name is Jasmine. Welcome to my channel. I will be talking more about your finance goals, about opening businesses, making money offline, because this is not the only thing I do. This is not the only thing I'm going to be doing. And if you want to be on this journey with me, then please subscribe. I hope to see you guys later.